Today I'm excited to be with Ray Bleser. He's going to tell you about his business and branding. So Ray, I appreciate it. I don't know if I've ever told you this story, but I knew about you years ago, and I was well over 2,000 miles away from you. Did I ever tell you that story?
No.
Yeah. So I was in radio advertising, and I had this sales manager that had us listening to cassettes. I'm dating myself there. But every morning at the radio station, we would listen to cassettes, and you were a case study that was in the cassette talking about how to create a good radio commercial and how to tell a story. And
Roy Williams.
Roy Williams, exactly, yeah. So Roy Williams, the Wizard of Ads, and boy, I became a study of that, and everything I could find about your business, I was looking at, because I've always believed that if you want to be a good marketer, you've got to paint a picture, you've got to tell a story. So why don't you tell everybody about your business? I mean, you've got quite the business.
I'll start from the beginning.
There, excellent.
I went to pharmacy school. My father had a drugstore probably about 2 miles down the street. And so I went through 5 years of pharmacy school, and I worked during the third, fourth, and fifth year. I kind of was fooling around with coins, rare coins. I would go to the coin show and buy from one dealer and sell to another. Start getting interested in jewelry, because I remember my mother took me into J Jewelers when I was a kid, and I thought it was so cool. Mm-hmm. And so I had an interest in the coin, jewelry, metals. So I graduated pharmacy school. I had pretty good grades. My father wanted me to work at a store. I worked at a store one day, and I just hated it. You know, I just didn't like it. It just wasn't for me. I didn't see a future. So I told my wife, there's a place across the street there, a little building, and we started in there as Northeastern Coin Gallery. And I told my wife I'm going to try it for a year. If it works, fine. If not, I was going to go to law school, which was right next to the pharmacy school. So it went really well, and my cousin started working for me. He went to GIA down in New York, Gem Institute of America. He became a gemologist. Then I started selling. Now I was selling coins, which you work on a 5 to 10% margin. So I went down to the city, started buying gold chains, bringing them back. I marked them up like 30%. Now my competitors were all at 300%, but I didn't know any better. I just thought, wow, I'm doing 3 times as better with jewelry as I am with coins. I really like this. So we would have like lines of people during the holidays coming in buying stuff from me, gold chains and silver bracelets and all that kind of stuff. 3 stores, one in Albany, one in Manchester, Vermont, and of course this one. We have 2 Pandora stores in malls in New Jersey. Oh, so wow. We basically run everything out of this store.
Tell me when you got involved in marketing. When did you really start marketing? Because it sounds like earlier on it was all about the relationship and the hustle and the work.
Yeah, in the beginning I started out with the Gazette, the Schenectady Gazette, and I ran these little ads in there, and I got great response.
What did your ads say? What was the?
It would be like gold bracelet, $10.
Okay.
Just very simple, small ad in the front, and it would bring people in like crazy. And I'd have people actually waiting when I got back from New York to see what I bought to buy more. So it really helped build up the business. And then I got hooked up with Roy Williams, as you talked about before. And so then he started talking to me about radio and how that would be a good idea to really become a force in radio. So that's the next thing I did. And I started to do radio. And they wrote the ads for me, and they were great writers.
Why don't you tell everybody about the commercial, the style commercial? I mean, we hear so many commercials on radio, TV, whatever, and you've got a unique style that just grabs you.
The style is, I don't get on and say, we have the lowest prices, we have the biggest selection, we have this, because that's just white noise.
Right.
I get on and tell a story, and the radio ads I do come from my heart. They're things that happen every day. Like a lady will come in and her husband gave her a pendant, and she'll say, my husband just passed away, and yeah, I'd like to fix it so I can wear it. And I'll say, hold on a minute. I go in back, have my guy soldered on the spot, clean it, bring it back to her in a piece of tissue paper and hand it to her like it's the crown jewels and say, no charge, have a great day. And the lady's like crying, those kind of things. These are, and I write these stories down, and I don't think I did an ad about that one, but these are
that one's coming, I guess, huh?
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, exactly.
So, things like that, just stories, things that happen, that come from here. I don't just make stuff up and say,
So it's real life. You're telling.
So it's real life.
What else do you do other than radio?
Right now we do almost everything. We do a lot of digital, which my son-in-law handles. We're on Facebook. We do, we have a great website, and we do the click, pay-per-click.
Pay-per-click, yeah. So where you're doing everything, is this because...
We do billboards.
Okay.
We get
I've seen the billboards.
We get co-op from the company, so we do billboards. We do TV, and TV's been kind of a cool thing, because we're bringing, a lot of people say I have more of a face for radio, so...
Oh, just don't listen to them.
Don't listen to them.
No.
So my daughter's really pretty, and she's got these big white Marie Osmond teeth, and she looks great on TV, so I bring her in. In fact, our latest ad will have her, my son-in-law, and the kids are all in it, and they just came over our house, and we had just like a typical family dinner, and I think if you see the start of the commercial, Madeline, the 6-year-old, runs out, reaches in and grabs a strawberry and eats it, and it just kind of talks about, we're just regular people. We want to make you happy. We want to share your special occasion with a gift.
So let's go back to branding. I want to talk about branding, and just so everybody knows, we don't rehearse, so I'm going to put you on the spot, actually. So here we go. I think this is one of the hardest things to explain, and that's what exactly do you think branding is, or what exactly is branding to you? Because I think so many business owners, they look at branding and they say, it's a slogan, it's a jingle, it's a logo, or it's a specific color. But as you know, and I think anybody knows that's in business, branding is much more. So try to put branding in your words. And
in my own words.
Yeah, and this is so difficult, really. Because I know you have it in your head.
It's kind of a feeling the customer has, that all these things you've done over the years, all these good things you've done, just doing things right day after day after day, just doing the right thing every day to build people's confidence. Like I had a lady come yesterday, she's from Florida. She won't bring a ring anywhere else to clean. We're just cleaning it. She doesn't trust anybody.
Right.
My mother taught me as a kid, be nice to everybody. And that has really paid off, because I try to be nice and I try to I hire nice people that are nice to people when they come in here. It's just so many different things, but it's mainly what I do is work every day on making the business better. How can I get better service? How can I get people in and out quicker? How can I make it more convenient for them? How can I take their problem and solve it? For instance, Paul's anniversary's coming up, and it's the day of the anniversary and he forgot. I'll go grab flowers or something.
I bet that happens a lot.
Right. Now, what if I called you 2 weeks before and said, Paul, you already bought these 15 things, but here's something she doesn't have, and it matches the bracelet you got her 6 months ago. And I could deliver it to your office. I just solved the problem. You're happy. She's happy. If she doesn't like it, bring it back. I'll give your money back without a problem. Or if you can pick something else. I solved the problem. That's all these things are part of a brand,
So you're not selling products. You're solving problems.
Solving problems, making people happy. And my main job at Northeastern Fine Jewelry is to improve upon. I try to improve every day. I'm a student of retail. I'm a student of marketing. I'm a student of branding. I'm always interested in what someone else is doing and how they're doing it. And I think as long as I have that attitude, I'll keep working.
So if you were going to give some wisdom to a business owner, what were some tips that you would share with them? Maybe some things that you've learned along the way, or...
Are these marketing or anything?
Anything at all.
I think when you start out, have good people around you. Have a good accountant. Even if it's expensive, set your books up correctly from day one. Have a good understanding of your numbers. Know what your costs are. Because if you're running a business and you don't know what it's costing you, you might be losing money and not know it. The other thing is hang your hat on like 1 or 2 things. Don't try and do like 50 things at once, because you won't do any of them well. Have 1 or 2 or 3 things you're going to work on for the year and really do them well and really put all your effort into those things.